Hi guys, welcome back to Shan Gui, whatever it's pronounced. Yeah, sorry for the delay. Let's get this started. When Hija acting as my guide, I walked along the wooden walkway. An ancient wallpaper appeared before our eyes. Is this the right direction? And I forgot to figure out if I could get rid of that. If I remember, I'll check it out after I'm done with this video. Anyways, trust me, this is a shortcut. We walked along the wall for several minutes. Suddenly we were led into an open space. Dot 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 dot. How is it? I don't know what to say. It's so what? So amazing. The ancient wall cast as a striking reflection on the water. A small boardwalk snaked over the lake in front of this wall. Where am I? It's Front Lake, but I prefer to call it Bird Lake. Yang Q? Whatever. Bird Lake, a good name. Is there a story about it? I don't know. Maybe it's because of the four symbols. Highlighted and blue. I wonder what that means. Four symbols. Yeah, the black tortoise lake is located on the west of the mountain. That's also highlighted. Yeah, I used to play there when I was a child. The former name for a black tortoise lake was Back Lake, so here it's called Front Lake, I guess. You mean the vermilion bird is in front while the black tortoise is located in back? You are so smart, Gia. Hee 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 hee. She seemed to be grateful of my compliment. Such a nice breeze. I know, right? The pavilion there is the best place for a nap, especially when it's hot. There was a pavilion under the tree. It looked newly made, but lacked a good view of the lake. Hey, wait for me. While I stood around talking in the scenery, Hijia had already beaten me to the pavilion. She was already perched atop of a bench waving to me. This is a very good place. Yeah, really beautiful. Cool breeze from the lake caused the grim specter of heat to finally dissipate. Is this a place where you're looking for? Honestly, it's not. Gia was understandably disappointed and struggled to hold back tears. Thank you for leaving me here anyway. It's a nice place here, really. I tried to comfort her. My statement was sincere. I wonder what this place looks like in autumn. Very colorful. Is that not a slight exaggeration? Not at all. 2 months from now, when the temperature gets lower and it rains, the mountain will be mottled by all sorts of different colors. The mapless ginkgos, and camellias over there will change their colors like magic. The azure sky cast a reflection onto the water while golden leaves lay about the shore. It looked like a painting. She said this with great enthusiasm. It almost made me feel as if I was there. It made me feel as I was there. Okay. I strongly recommend the grassy area on the other side of this lake, as it's as soft as velvet when it's covered by the fallen leaves. It's a perfect place to stay. Is it really soft? Once you lay down, all your troubles will melt away. Hijia's words gave me high expectations. Okay, we must return in autumn. It sounds very beautiful. Of course. Gia nodded excitedly as if this place was a part of her backyard. I remember the time that I went there was also autumn. We passed an entire hill covered with maples. A hill covered with maples. Oh, I know it. Gia suddenly jumped up and took my hand. Okay. I know. Know what? The place you were looking for, and now I know where it is. Really? Yes, I'm sure this time. This way. We began to run. The coolness vanished as if it were phantasmal. I haven't heard that word in a while. I feel like I've been here before. A dim recollection appeared in my mind. Perhaps the old gate has jarred a memory loose. How much is the ticket? Come with me. Wait, I need to buy tickets. No need to do that. Huh? So we're in. The doorman didn't even ask us for tickets. Actually, there was no doorman at all. That's the first time I avoided paying an entrance fee in my whole life. Don't worry about it. It's my home, and you, sis, are my guest. I was totally confused. Did our family own this place? This way. The path was winding, and you could always hear the sound of stream. So it's so quiet here. Yeah, there's very few people. It was true. Hiji was the only person I had seen all day. As we walked, the sky began to get darker and cloudy. The weather report said there would be a thunderstorm this afternoon. Is it far from here? Well, almost there. So, is there a bridge around the corner? Yes. After we passed the top of the hill, a familiar scent returned. There should be a maple forest, right? Yes, but it's not the right time. The trees haven't turned red. I picked up my pace. I felt that something good was waiting for me. Okay. Alright, here's the bridge. There was an old small cement bridge with iron railings. The stream below was deep and reflected the sky and surrounding trees. A faint earthy scent came from the soil and grass. Then when I was a child, I used to walk with my family. It was late autumn, and the maples were all red like fire. Mom was very young at the time. I remember how she took my hand as we walked along the bridge and picked up a maple leaf. Is there a big pool with lotuses ahead? Yes, just up ahead, but please wait, sister. I rushed forward and didn't hear the rest of her words. Finally, I'm here. Though it was summer, the small pond looked lifeless. It had dried up sufficient that the large stones on the bottom had been exposed. The railing on the stone bridge had been destroyed, and a danger notice stood nearby. Plants near the pond had shriveled and died. One of them seemed to have even burned. How could it be? This pond started to dry up a long time ago. Since so few people came here, there was no need to maintain it. I was going to tell you, but with all of my effort, the sky seemed to get even darker and gloomier for me. I stood blankly in a state of bewilderment. I could not see, nor could I hear. I had no idea what to do next. That's kind of sad, I guess. My parents always took me here when I was a child. I could still remember the blue sky, the green grass, and the pond. My entire family sat on the lawn in the sunshine. My mother had prepared us for a picnic to enjoy. I believed this happiness would last forever, and what I felt like the blink of an eye, I had finished elementary school, middle school, and had prepared for my university entrance exams. Everything became strange. Blame, conflict, and tension spread throughout my household. Even now, I'm still unsure of what happened to my family. The transition into university life was not easy for me at first. However, the added distance between me and my family allowed most of my dark memories to become sealed away. You have one new item in your inventory. I guess I got another card or something from Steam because of this game. Okay, I'll check that later. My parents finally began to appreciate my effort. While all thought the worst days had passed, the fragility of life, however, made me dark as ever. This place. Aye, where should I go now? Sister? My eyes were filled with tears. I tried to cover it, but it was too late. What's wrong, sis? Nothing, just sand in my eyes. But I could hear the quiver in my own voice. My heart was broken. Things I should have forgotten or simply did not wish to remember replayed in my mind like black and white film. Sis, I... Sis! Sis, I have to use the bathroom. Jia's unexpected words jolted me back into reality. What? Is it an emergency? Yes. Right here, maybe. That's not a good idea. Ah! This way. Come with me. Jia took my hand before I could reply, and we ran in a hurry. Okay. Well, had it not been for Jia, I would have held on for a second. I sat in the tea house, purple pavilion, and waited for Jia. Despite a modern construction, it was a traditional tea house. It did not look out of place in this park. Wasn't she? Maybe she's not. Did she take me away from that sad place on purpose? Perhaps I was thinking too hard. I rubbed my eyes and attempted to focus on the coffee in front of me. Jia recommended this one. I still not understand why the tea house is called Purple Pavilion. I was thinking about something unimportant when I looked out of the window. The clouds had gathered in the sky. I'm back. Jia was back, her face now pinkened by a light flush. Welcome back. Hee hee hee. She smiled and straightened her skirt. She sat opposite of me like an old friend. The waiter brought Jia a cup of sweet osmanthus tea without so much as a word exchanged between the two of them. The aroma of sweet osmanthus filled the air. It was the first time I had seen another person all day. Hee 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 hee. This is the original flavor. I remember that the tea she gave me also had sweet osmanthus. Did she learn how to make it from this place? It smells wonderful. Of course it does. It's made by the manager. The waiter beside us smiled. Gia must be a regular in this tea house. Do you want to try some? Okay. I turned the cup and pushed it to her. She reciprocated. Whatever. I picked up the cup and took a sip. It was weaker than what Gia had given me earlier, but more refreshing. Gia also picked up my cup and took a sip. It's so bitter. What? The coffee tastes bitter. It was an iced latte? Is that what latte is spelled? I don't know. Haven't you ever tried coffee before? Of course coffee didn't fit her age. No, I never had it. It tastes strange. I agree. I had coffee as a kid and it was terrible tasting. Then why did you recommend it to me? Sometimes tea tastes more bitter than coffee, right? Yes, but that doesn't bother me if the tea also comes with sweet osmanthus and lots of sugar. No wonder her tea was so sweet. If we add those things to the coffee, it will have a better taste. It will have a different taste, that's for sure. He cheered me back. I prefer my sweet tea. I smiled and we exchanged our cups. Gia took a gulp of her tea. Tea is much better for me. I hate tea. I've had it once as a kid too, and that was terrible back then. Maybe I like coffee and tea now if I tried it, but I don't want to. I asked for a refill on my coffee, and Gia asked for more sugar. We shared no words for a little while. We each just sipped our drinks silently. Then came to the sound of rain. I looked out the window as raindrops pelted the glass. There was a crack of thunder. Ah! Are you scared? Yes. The thunder continued as the rain increased its intensity. It's raining buckets. Yes, but it won't last long. That's the rain of summer. It comes and goes very quickly. The clouds hadn't hidden the sun, and the tea house had become darker. My sour mood returned. Come with me, sis. What? Where are we going? A wonderful place. It's raining so heavily. I know, but it's a wonderful place because of the rain. Okay, but wait a second. I need to finish my coffee. Let's go. It's in this tea house. Just come with me. Okay. We passed through the hall. I saw a glass door with lightning come through it. Was this the way outside? It's here. Are they on the porch? Well, there's always surprises with you. 4 high walls had turned the yard into an isolated world. It's not very large, but well arranged. The rain was coming down in sheets. The flowers looked crisp and beautiful, having been cleansed by the rain. Behind the walls stood the mountains shrouded in mist, as if a scene from a fairy tale. Rainwater must rush along through a small through along the wall. It looked like a stream in the mountains. Surely such a beautiful scene could only be observed when it rained. Like a fairy tale. Right, come sit here. There was a bench near the entrance, but it seemed as if specifically placed for the people to enjoy this wonderful spectacle. The bench was very clean. Maybe it was under the personal care of the manager. Oh, Hijia, you're here. Yes, we are watching the rain. A new face? He, I brought her here. And am I anything worth showing off? I pondered this while still looking at the man. He was in casual dress and held a magazine in his hand. Was he also a customer? He is familiar with Gia. Perhaps he works here. What do you think about this little world? The man spoke before I could answer. It is so beautiful, and I like the words to accurately describe it. Ha ha ha! The man would be pleased to hear your words. Who? The architect who designed this tea house. He must be a great designer, right? The man smiled intently. Well, what should I say? Some people devote their entire life to finishing just 1 or 2 masterworks. What do you mean? The architect spent most of his time designing buildings for other people. He loved his work. He was so serious and diligent. However, most people of these constructions differed greatly from his expectations, far from his idea of perfect. Why? A perfect design requires a greater time investment. People in this country care much more about efficiency than perfection. That's the way things are. So the architect's life was filled with regret. He could never truly complete his work. The resulting emotional and physical stress took its toll. Is this tea house his perfect design? The man shook his head. Not really. Perfect things do not exist in our world. However, this is the work that consumed consumed all of his best effort. There's something special here which cannot be seen in other works. What's that? The man grinned. It's love. Love? I couldn't understand his words. I don't understand. Ha ha ha, well it's true. Anyway, please enjoy yourself while you're here. I'm at your service if you need a refill. I got a new achievement. At your service. Okay. The man nodded his head. There was a message from the architect on that plaque. Take a look if you wish. It's interesting. With a second nod, he entered the tea house. I can't believe he is the manager. This place is full of surprises. That's one reason why I like it, especially on a rainy day. Like the warm embrace of a loved one, it gives me reassurance. Sis, I have to ask you, why are you having troubles? She had found me out, so there was no longer a need to hide the secret. Troubles? Nothing too far out of the ordinary, but still very difficult for me. My father passed away recently. I'm sorry to hear that. Gia clutched my hands with no words. From the start of his illness until he passed on, I did not cry even once. I don't know why. My relatives said I had demonstrated maturity by maintaining my composure, but I knew that was wrong. I knew I was very sad about the whole thing, but I did not know how to say it. The relationship between my father and I was always strained. He was always unsatisfied with my performance. After a decade-long Cold War, our relationship finally began to improve. Then he got sick. You don't like your father, sis? I don't know. Some members of my extended family were very broken up over his death. They tried to console me after the funeral. Is that console or console? Like a video game console or console, like whatever. However, he was practically a stranger to me. I never knew him in that way. His work relationships, even his personality, were entirely unfamiliar to me. My family discussed my late father over dinner. He was very serious about his work. He was considerate to his family. A good friend, a good brother, he believed in justice. It was only then that I learned what kind of person my father was. It was all very removed from the contentious, overly critical individual I fought with daily. What was wrong or who was wrong still bothers me. Is that why you came here? Oh god, my nose is running. Yes, I thought it might grant me some clarity. Perhaps I just need a hug. And before she hugs her. Yep. What? I wish I knew how I could comfort you, sister. Do you love your father? I don't know the answer to that question either. Perhaps I have no answer. No. She shook her head. There is always an answer. Perhaps now is not the right time. So just wait one more minute, okay? Okay. The small, sweet osmond is effused from Gia's slight frame. It was pleasing. I began to relax. Well, thank you for your comfort, Gia. I was a little embarrassed about being comforted by a younger girl. Anyway, thank you very much. The words held in my mind finally came out. I feel better now. You're welcome. The rain began to subside. I stood up with the intention of leaving. The plaque mentioned by the manager suddenly sprang to mind. I went to the flagstone in the corner. It's flowing time. Designer Hanjun. I was shocked. I then rushed into the tea house. I got another achievement called Flowing Time. Wow. Okay, cool. Welcome back. How was everything? Good. I had a very pleasant time. Sir, could you tell me who was the designer of this tea house? My old friend, co-worker, and your father, right? You knew me already? Yes, we met several times when you were small, but you were probably too young to remember. I recognized you at first sight, so that's it. I'm greatly sorry for my absence at this funeral. However, I feel a bit better having seen you today. Please don't feel bad. My father would not want his death to upset others. Ha 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 ha. Yes, I suppose you are right. May I ask another question? What kind of person do you think my father was like? The man was taken aback by my question. He stood quietly for a moment to contemplate his answer. Well, what should I say? He was a stubborn and inflexible, downright boorish at times. He was not particularly good at conversation or even getting along with others. That sounds pretty accurate. Ha 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 ha. Well, it did require some added skill to talk with him. He's quite amazing. I got along with him so well. Yes. However, he was always there when I needed him. With him, you could discuss your shortcomings. He would always do what he could to help. Oh, I got it. Of course, the most important thing, something we all knew. He loved you more than anyone else. Dot, dot, dot. It is not the same image in your mind. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, you can tell that's a lie. Sorry for this sniffling. My nose is really running. It always seems to start running real bad when I start a video. I don't know why. After the rain showers passed, the air had become crisp and fresh. The manager led us to the gate of the tea house. Come back anytime. The tea house was designed with you in mind anyway. Okay, I'm going to start in the video pretty soon, because this sniffling is getting really bad. He had hoped to come here with you when you grew up. Your family had many picnics here when you were a child, right? Yeah, it would be nice to talk with my father again. He would be pleased to hear that. Yeah, please come see her off. Okay, let's go, sis. It's getting late. Yeah, I guess at the tea house one final time. Goodbye. Goodbye. You're always welcome here. The trees and the forest were still dripping wet. Everything had a glistening sheen. The path became muddy and was now quite difficult to walk upon. However, this situation provided its own sort of strange enjoyment. It was time to go home. Even though we had spent less than a single day together, I didn't want to say goodbye to Gia. Gia held her skirt as she skipped along, leading the way. Occasionally she would turn back and wave to me. I followed behind her slowly. It's a little late, I know, but I didn't move any faster, just as we were passing away the dried-up pond. I really didn't want to leave. Sister, Gia appeared to have something to say. Maybe this is a strange request, but can we go back to the pond? Why? Nothing is there. It's difficult to say, but just... Hey! What's up? Gia suddenly took my hand and dragged me forward. Come with me. Okay. How beautiful. After making our way through the woods, we suddenly came upon an autumnal lotus pond. It was previously lifeless, but hours later, it became a beautiful scene from my memory. Am I dreaming? The clear water, lotus blossom, camellias, whatever that word is, and the stone bridge leading over the pond. It was all very overwhelming. Unbelievable. It's just... Perhaps it's a gift from the mountain god. A gift? Yes. Really? After hearing your words, I almost believe you. Come on, sister. I got another achievement. Gift from the god of the mountain. Now, achievements are pretty much given out in this. Wait, what? Wait. Gia ran to the shore and poked a few fingers in the water. It's so clear, ha! Gia then took off her shoes and I jumped into the water. A tremendous splash followed. Wait! Don't worry, it's not very deep and the temperature is so comfortable. The water was knee deep. Gia held her skirt and twirled about. Ah! What's up? Gia slipped and fell. She was now sitting in the water. Hee, epic fail. Look, your skirt is all wet. Hee, I will get a scolding when I return home. Whatever? Gia began to disrobe. After a minute or so, she was standing in the pond wearing only her underwear. What if someone comes? Don't worry, no one will come here. This place only belongs to you and me today. But? Come on. Gia began splashing water on me. Hey, stop it. Are you a 5-year-old? Yes, I am. Inspired by Gia's boldness, I took off my shoes and walked towards the pond. Ah! The pond wasn't that deep, really, but the bottom was covered with lots of colorful stones, which looked positively radiant, glistening in the sunlight. Okay. Hey. Huh? Gia splashed me. Are you in some kind of trance? Take this. Payback. Gia ducked under the water. You missed. Ah, wait. Okay. I didn't play like this for a long time. After we laid on a stone and looked up at the sky, Gia stuck the water with her feet, creating a clear splashing sound. La la la. Was this going to be Borderland hentai or something? What a beautiful song. I'm a bit shy. This is the first time I sung in front of others. Okay, she's shy because she's singing in front of another person. But she ain't shy that she's in her underwear in front of someone she just met today. Okay. Well, today in the game, not in real life. Yeah, I think you guys already knew that. It's either find beauty together with you. The sunset highlighted the red in Jia's blushing face. As I looked up upon Jia in the light of the sunset, I knew I wanted this moment to last forever. It's about time, though. I still wish to sing for you. Time? Yes, it's time for me to go, and you too. Could you stay for a little longer? Jia shook her head. As the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. Yes, even the best of things. Yes, even the best of times will come to an end. Don't worry. Okay. Jia? Whatever happens to you, wherever you go, whatever you do, if you feel sad or hurt, please come here. This mountain and I will be here for you. Really? Yes, of course. Shall we meet again? Of course. You will guide me? Yes. How about the tickets? Leave it to me. Will you sing for me again? Well, maybe if you bring some more sandwiches. Next time you should put less sugar in your sweet, Spinach tea. Hee hee, I'll consider that. As twilight approached, a golden radiance reflected in the water. I felt a sense of inner peace as the sun's now dimming rays warmed my heart. Chia lowered her head and kissed me on the cheek. Oh, wow, okay. An intoxicating feeling of serenity and blah 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 throughout my body. The world too began to melt. Jia's figure slowly faded away in the golden light. I could barely hear her words. Farewell, we shall meet again, sister. Yes. I opened my eyes to find myself laying on the pavilion on the mountaintop. It was dusk. I opened my eyes and stood up. The air was much cooler than the ground was all wet. It had just rained. A gentle breeze brushed past my face. Sweet osmonthus. I looked out over the mountain and stroked my hair, which became mussed, whatever, by the wind. It was a dream. Despite this, I felt I had gained a great deal of a spiritual wisdom. I should go. What do you mean, the entire thing with that girl was a dream, or what? I took my bag and made my way home. I was at ease. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the video here. I think this is a good saving point. I think I've been going on for 20 or 30 minutes or so. I don't know how much is actually left in this, so the next video could actually be pretty short. So I don't know, but thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.